10:05 Chicago now. Hey ladies, we can't see any of the screens. I don't know if we're on or if we're not on. Maybe we need to get them fit. I don't know, but we'll just, oh, there we are. We are on. We are on. Happy Monday. First of all, ladies, how was your weekend?
It was great.
Yeah? What did you do? What was fun?
I took a boat out, had a few friends in town.
Okay.
So
Took a boat out? That's a weekend.
You know, it was a great weekend. Weather was perfect. So
Good.
What'd you guys do?
Question though.
Do you really want to know after that?
Yeah, right. Did you go to Windy City Smokeout?
I didn't get the chance.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to go the night that it rained out.
Yeah.
So I'm happy I didn't end up going.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. What about you, Nat? I know you had a busy weekend too.
Okay, so I took my daughter to a birthday party that had an animal show, and she was the
Wait, I didn't hear this part. What kind of animals?
tarantulas.
Okay.
And she was the only child that volunteered to give the tarantula a high five, so that was great. She had a chinchilla on her head. She was holding like a little baby chick.
Wait, this is fun.
That was cute. And then
that is a superior birthday party.
yeah, it was super fun. Little Oliver turned 5.
Darling.
And so one of her little preschool friends.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went out to, my husband went to college with a guy who's now engaged to a woman who's an interior designer in Glen Ellen. And she owns like a cute little wine shop and next door to her interior design shop. I think it's called Park and Oak. It's right on the main drag there in Glen Ellen. So we had like it was wonderful.
Yeah. That's like a movie, isn't it? Like you think of those movies where they own these small shops. And
yes, it's like all the
HG.
And I'm like, you must watch so much HGTV. And she's like, no, I don't. She's like, because I do with it like all day.
Okay, I'll have to find her on Instagram.
But she was so sweet, super nice person.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you?
My parents came to visit, which is always a good time because I told my parents like, not having a baby on your hip makes it so much easier to do everything else.
Whoa, so like shocking, isn't it?
Pulling grass, pulling weeds, just small things like that, small items, cleaning, what else did I do? The filter in my dishwasher.
Boy, that's a lot of fun. And Justine was on a boat.
Right.
I mean,
living different lives.
Yeah.
We have different lives. All right, you guys, I hope you all had a great weekend too, whatever you did. Here's what's coming up. So you've heard of sharks. You've heard of rays, but have you seen a shark ray? I have not, but coming up, we're diving into Shed Aquarium's Wild Reef to meet 2 rare, critically endangered animals with the name and look you won't forget.
Awesome. I looked them up, by the way, and they look crazy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I haven't seen. I can't wait to see.
So that's a tease.
Scary, crazy. Also, we're talking about Chick-fil-A. It's famous for its waffle fries and friendly service, but a new report has it ranked among the least healthy fast food chains in the country, which I'm not surprised. I wasn't first, but we've got a Chick-fil-A right by my exit when I go home, and I thought Chick-fil-A is healthy. Then I looked up like their actual ranking for these chicken sandwiches, and it's not great. Are you guys surprised by that?
I am surprised by that. I always think like grilled chicken, maybe that's
Or the salads.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we're just talking about like the deep fried chicken sandwich. I don't know. So coming up, we're talking to a registered dietitian to find out what's really in that go-to chicken sandwich meal and whether the salads are as healthy as they seem, maybe without the dressing. I don't know. But first, of course, we're going to do What's Trending with Justine.
Yeah, so today we're talking all things food and drink. So the first thing that's trending is Costco just came out with new treats. So they've got a marshmallow cookie and they also have mini cupcakes. So people are loving it online. I think we have a video on TikTok.
Oh my God.
Marshmallow treats?
It's got nearly 1 million views. I've seen lots of different videos. People are loving it. The price is $8.99.
Wait, this is Sam's Club?
This is Costco.
Oh, Costco. Okay.
Costco. The price is $8.99 for the cookies. People are wondering, is that a good deal? Would you pay for that?
Yeah, of course. But I'm a Sam's Club member person.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they'll jump on board. What about you?
I think it's a great deal. I think that I love Costco. I feel like you can get the most bang for your buck there.
Yeah.
And they have so many different cool things that are new and trendy. So I love it. Is that something you pay for?
I try to avoid the
bakery section?
Yes, because at work I feel like we get it all the time, and like I'm always going to a birthday party or something. I did Google the price though, and I mean I thought $8 for a dozen cupcakes was a good deal. Mini cupcakes, right?
Yep.
But in fact, Julasco has them for just $5.
Oh, that's a steal.
A wide variety.
For a dozen?
Yeah, for a dozen.
Oh, that's a great deal.
I know.
Have you guys gotten into the viral like make your own cakes at home? Have you guys been doing that or seeing those?
Have you done it?
I have.
You have?
I love it. I love these cake hacks. I see
Like
a lot of
what?
times people
What kind of cakes?
So they will go to Costco or one of these places like Julasco, buy a cake for an affordable price, and then just decorate it at home. And everyone's been doing that rather than just buying these pre-made cakes for like expensive prices.
That's what I did for my wedding. That is
Really?
not a TikTok hack.
Oh, wow.
No, like this is way, but I got my wedding cake from Mariano's.
I got my cake from a grocery store too.
And then I honestly, what I did was I showed them a picture of what I wanted, and it was like a it was, I think my wedding cake, like when I went to some of the middle end bakeries in Chicago, they wanted like $800.
Yeah.
get ready, Justine. It's happening. And for like a 3-tiered wedding cake and like 4 dozen cupcakes, it was $200 at Mariano's.
Wow.
I did a grocery store too, and actually, you go to the grocery stores, and I don't know if they still do this, but they have like little books where you can like look through and look at different cake options. Yeah. That's what I did.
For
the wedding.
Oh, for the wedding. Yeah. But also for
Bertie's birthday party, we did Sam's Club. So they have. If you look at I'm saying Sam's Club. The reason why we got Sam's Club, I don't care. They're both great. Is because they have the grocery pickup option for free. Like if you're a member there, then you can drive up. And I'm not going into one of these big box stores. No, thank you. But if you go on their website or their app, you can look up the cakes, and they're actually fairly extravagant and beautiful.
It was cheap, and it was really good.
$20, giant cake.
Yes,
oh yeah, you were there. You saw it.
That's a great deal.
And you can put in like happy birthday, blah, blah, or you can even adjust things. Like I got one cake that it was a unicorn cake, but I said, it's not a unicorn theme, take the unicorn thing off, but they made it still rainbow. But yeah, no, those big box stores, they do have great sales. My favorite thing from the bakery section is these cinnamon crunch muffins. They're about the size of your face. And they're delicious and crunchy and sweet on top, but they're really good.
Yeah, they always have really good things that's kind of unique. So the next thing that's trending right now, the snack wraps. Have you guys gotten your McDonald's snack wrap yet?
No, I want one though.
I have not. I don't think I've ever had one, but my husband swears by the discontinued Big Mac snack wrap that they used to offer. So it was like the Big Mac patty with the Big Mac sauce. And like lettuce and tomato all wrapped up in there.
That sounds good. I've never heard of that.
Me neither, but I like
really
that.
Good.
He's well older than me, so I'm sure he's older than all of us, so you may have been before our time.
Yeah. So the snack wrap, people are saying that it doesn't taste as good as the old version.
Why?
There's a TikTok video of them saying that it doesn't really taste like chicken. And
What?
that the meat is looking a bit
Rubbery?
Different. Yeah. I think we have a TikTok video. This girl, she talks about.
What?
She talks
McDonald's,
about.
I was giving you one fucking chance with this.
Oh my God.
crap. You got me fucked up.
Uh-oh.
And there's so many videos talking about that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. That's a bummer because I think a lot of people were excited about that. But they're grilled this time, right? I think in the past it was like crispy chicken. Maybe
Yes,
that's the
they're
problem?
grilled, and then they also have different sauces this time around. So people aren't the biggest fans. I know everyone on the internet has been like begging for these snack wraps.
So they do have,
Yeah, because I thought, Justine, they just offered like
ranch or mustard.
no, they
No,
offered
there's a few
like
more sauces now.
not the sauces, but it was the same chicken finger or chicken strip that was offered like their chicken selects.
Right, you're correct.
But so I don't understand how people are
understand why
complaining
people
about the
aren't liking
chicken.
it. Right, exactly. I
Because
think
it's what's already for sale there.
right. I'm not sure why people are not liking it, but the entire
You are kidding. I'm gonna have to try this.
right. We've definitely.
It's
tried it.
horrible,
Right.
Caitlin. You have to try it.
On my way home today, I will go get me a
She'll
snack
report
wrap.
back tomorrow, Justine.
And
Yeah.
then the last thing that's trending. Have you guys heard of a fridge cigarette?
Just because I read ahead, I think it's hilarious, and I'm so on board with this.
So pretty much Gen Z is talking about after a long day, instead of saying they need a cigarette, they need a Diet Coke. And that takes the edge off of their day. And they're looking forward to their Diet Coke after, a long day. Is this something that you guys think is a cool thing to say, a fridge cigarette? Are we hating that term?
I like it. I think it's hilarious.
I'm indifferent because I don't drink soda.
Oh, that's right, you don't. Yeah. Oh, I love a Diet Coke. That's funny because just last week we were in the break room and she's like, we were talking about pop, and I was like, I don't buy it for like my house, but when I'm at work and I have my little lunch, I sometimes indulge in a diet beverage, a Coke, if you will.
Yeah.
Or a cherry Coke. No, I don't know. A cigarette. That's funny. I don't know. Maybe because gets you that.
I think because it's allegedly so bad for you, and so it's a fridge cigarette. But
the aspartame.
I think there are other things that are much worse, and I would not judge.
What would you consider a fridge cigarette?
What's your go-to drink?
I mean, wine.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that'll kill you faster than Diet Coke.
I heard wine's good for you.
Well, there's a new study every day.
Right. Right. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I love a good Coke, just not the Diet Coke, just a nice crisp Coke. Yeah, I always look forward to that after the end of the day. I don't know if I would call it a fridge cigarette because I don't think I need it that bad, but it's a great little thing for a treat for the end of the day.
Yeah, I think mine would probably be beer. Yours is wine, mine is beer. Yeah. We're all good. We all have our vices, right?
Right.
Fridge cigarette, though. I think that's creative and pretty freaking funny. So this is Gen Z that's doing this?
Gen Z is doing it, yep.
Okay.
What is the new, like, if you're in your 20s, like, drink of choice? Like, I'm not talking alcoholic beverages.
Like Zevia or something?
What is that? I don't know what that is.
What's that?
What? What?
What is that?
Oh, please. Zevia is a healthy soda. So it's made from the stevia plant. Truvia.
Yes.
That's how they sweeten it. But they've got all different flavors. They've got Coke, they've got Dr. Pepper, they've got like something that's supposed to be like Mountain Dew. Zevia, Z-E, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Z-E-V-I-A. You can get it at all your grocery stores.
Oh, I think I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think right now the go-to drink is like Olipop. In those.
Oh, the Olipop. I've seen that. Yes.
Probiotic drinks.
Probiotic drinks, yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah, people, what's the other one? It's Olipop and there's one more that's similar to it. Poppy. Poppy has been
I don't
everywhere.
like those. Have you tried those?
Oh, those are my thing.
You like them?
I love a good Olipop.
What is it? What is with it? What's the problem?
That's the Zevia or Zevia or whatever. There's no problem. They're just probiotic beverages.
Are they like sour, kind of?
They have so many different flavors. They're supposed to be good for your gut.
I'm thinking like kombucha. Like that has kind of like a vinegary.
No, it tastes better than that.
Okay.
Like they have one that's a Coke flavored that I absolutely love, and it's supposed to be good for your gut health and doesn't have as much sugar. So people are loving that online too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Broadening my horizons.
I don't know why I can't pinpoint why I don't like it. Maybe because I know that it has probiotics in it, so I feel like I can taste it. But yeah, okay. So Poppy and Olipop.
Yep.
Cute names.
Right.
I gotta say.
Love it.
All right. Well, let's see. What are we doing? We're going to break. We're going to break. When we get back, we're talking to the shed. We're gonna see what a shark gray looks like. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Chicago Now. So you've probably heard of sharks and you've heard of rays, but have you heard of a shark ray? I hadn't until now. The Shed Aquarium is talking about them. It is Shark and Ray Awareness Day this weekend, and they're introducing Chicagoans to 2 rare residents. They're critically endangered. They're very hard to find, which is probably why we haven't heard of them. And they're growing fast in Shed's Wild Reef exhibits. We want to introduce you to Heather Urbaniak. She is a senior aquarist at the Shed. Heather, thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
So tell us all about these shark rays.
Well, so they're this very prehistoric rare creature. You'll see we're going to do a feeding with them here in a couple minutes. You guys can get like an up close look at them. But they're like the perfect mix between that shark and a ray. They're kind of where the two come together and meet. Technically, they're more closely related to a ray than they are a shark. If you look at them, they have their gills are underneath them like a ray. Their eyes are on top of their head like a ray. But they do have that shark-looking tail, so it can be a little deceiving. The most remarkable thing about them is we call them dorsal spines. That's a very formal term for it, but on top of their head, they have these rows and ridges of what looks like teeth. So when they come up, pay attention to that. It's really, really cool. They have massive, huge heads. They're very, very wide. So yeah, and they're critically endangered. So we're trying to do our part to help them here at Shed.
Can you speak to that a little bit more? So shark rays, why are they endangered? Where can we find these shark rays, and what's affecting their population?
Yeah, so they are like Indo-Pacific animals, like coastlines of the Indo-Pacific and also around the Indian Ocean. A major part of what's impacting them is human impact. Fishing, accidental catches of fishes, bycatch, also habitat loss. The area that they come from in the world, there's not a lot of protections from fishing for these guys. So, which we're trying to work on here at Shed. But yeah, that's a huge part of the reason that they're not doing well in the wild. It's mostly human impact.
Heather, where did the 2 that are at the Shed come from?
The 2 from Shed were actually basically rescued from Taiwan. So their mother was caught by a fisherman in Taiwan, and while the mother was in a holding pool at the fishing center, she gave birth to 9 pups. One of our partners in Taiwan was contacted about it, and he reached out to a bunch of zoos and aquariums because that area of the world, releasing them, they would just end up getting most likely caught again and caught up in the fishing trade. So a bunch of us basically were from zoos and aquariums in the United States. The 9 pups are now living. So we have 2 of them here at Shed.
So with those 2, obviously they're siblings, so they can't procreate. But are you guys planning on trying to breed them because they're endangered?
That's the goal eventually. So we have 2 sisters right now. So right now, obviously we don't have the potential to do that. But yes, there's a big consortium of international group of people that are trying to work together to conserve the species and, move animals around to get couples together.
So Heather, show us how you feed them and what you feed them.
Yeah. Okay. So they are very fancy. They have a really, really nice diet of very expensive seafood.
Wow.
All of their food is restaurant quality. So that's Maine lobster tails that they get, salmon, and then shrimp, and then some squid, so calamari. Becca is helping me here too. So she's putting in right now, they get multivitamins as well. So there's actually specially formulated multivitamins made for sharks and rays. So that's what she's putting in their food right now.
And props to her for not wearing gloves. Because I'd be worried that my hands would smell like fish all day.
Here at the Shed, we are used to doing this every day, so it's no big deal. So this is the shape that we use. So basically, this is a marker for her to say, like, okay, it's time to eat. Come on up. She's pacing around down below us, so she will be coming up here. It just might take her a minute to realize we're starting to feed.
I cannot wait to see this shark
so
ray.
Cool that they understand.
So when she comes up, Becca's you'll see, like, she has these really amazing ridges on her head, and she's huge. She's about 250 pounds. We just did exams on them, about 7 feet long. Wow. She's only a couple years old, so it's a really, really incredible.
How come sharks too?
Yeah, how come the other animals in there are not eating that?
Well, you see right now there's a zebra shark stopping by because he knows sometimes food gets dropped, but all of our sharks are trained, just like dolphins and whales. All of our sharks are trained to come to a station. Um, so the zebra sharks already were fed this morning. So, but he thinks he wants more. So he knows sometimes food gets dropped, and he's going to try.
Yeah.
To potentially get some more. So here's the
shark.
The bow mouth. So I don't know if you can hear.
Oh, wow! My goodness!
Oh,
yeah.
what?
So she's really big.
Wow, she's
really
just
cool.
grabbing. Wow.
See the big kind of mohawk looking on her head that comes up? That's her dorsal spines that we're talking about. Unfortunately, that dorsal spine is used like when they are caught in the fishing trade. That's made into jewelry and things like that too.
Oh
so
my goodness!
That's another thing that
Whoa.
But yeah, they're both trained to come to station to eat from us. It helps us to, keep closer looks at them and take better care of them, monitor what they're actually consuming. Because as you can imagine, it'd be very difficult if we just threw food in here.
Can you tell them
wouldn't really be able to
apart?
track. Can you tell them? Absolutely. Yeah, she's got a little white spot on her left pectoral fin. That's how we tell her apart from her sister. So we can tell all of them apart. All the zebra sharks have unique spot patterns. The sandbar sharks have, little notches out of their pec fins and things like that. So here she is again. But yeah, we tell all of our animals apart, and they're actually all, because we do know them as individuals, they're all very unique. Even within species, certain individuals like to eat certain things. They like to eat certain ways. They're unique, just like you and me. And I think we get to know that here at the aquarium because we get to work with them so closely.
That's amazing, and it just goes to show how important and how valuable they are. You know?
Yeah, they are.
Heather, this is really remarkable. Where if people want to go see them up close and personal for themselves, where can they see them at the shed?
Yeah, so the bowmouth guitarfish live in the wild reef exhibit, the large shark habitat in the wild reef exhibit at the aquarium. So anytime you come here, she's on exhibit right now, so you could see her swimming around.
I have a question. With the aquarium spaces that have sharks as well as the other fish, this is going to be a silly question. Do you ever worry?
No such thing.
That the sharks are going to get a little feisty and eat some of their neighbors?
Yeah, of course. That's like a consideration when you're putting in predators and with potential prey, right? But there's a lot of thought and planning and experience going into planning a collection of animals is what we call it. So we know oftentimes from doing it ourselves or from talking to other people what animals work well together and what don't. So we try to set them up for as much success as possible. It also helps too that we do target feed our sharks. So just like humans, sharks are going to take the easier meal. They don't want to work hard and chase around their food. They'd rather come up and get the fast food that we're giving them.
Yeah.
They generally are going to go for that, what we offer them. So it doesn't happen as often as you would think.
Just because we're getting this behind the scenes. Sorry, Natalie, I've got
okay.
so many random questions.
I know. That's all right. They're pretty amazing.
So cleaning these tanks, I know you guys probably have an automated system, but do any of the members on your staff have to actually get in the tank with all these sharks to clean it?
Yeah, that's actually, we don't have anything automated. It's all human.
You're kidding.
So we, Becca's actually getting in after this to dive. So we have divers going in, about 4 divers going in a couple days a week in this habitat. These are animals that are used to divers going in. We also are very responsible about how we feed and where we feed. That's why we feed from the surface, so they're not associating divers with food. And yeah, they're a good group of sharks.
So cute.
No problem.
Heather, tell me about the Shark Ray 360 program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I touched on that a little bit, like when we talked about how we're working as a group with like basically an international community of aquariums. And the reason it's called 360 is usually when we're doing conservation efforts, the aquarium will work on its own, and it's an in-aquarium sort of situation, but we're also working in an outside of aquarium situation as well with wild animals. Some of our researchers are actually in the field trying to figure out, the first time first shark ray that's ever been crashed was by Shed within the past year. I think it's about a year and a half. So like, this is how little is known about these animals. So we, in order to properly protect them, we need to know where they're moving in the oceans. And in order to do that, you have to track where they go. And that's what we need field researchers for. And also natural diet, things like that. We don't know a lot of this stuff. We have a few, pieces of information, but the more we can get, the better we can care for them, the better we can conserve them.
I have another question too. We call them shark rays. We've been saying shark ray, but why are they called bow mouth guitarfish too?
So it's actually bow mouth, like a bow and arrow, like a bow mouth. So the reason that they're called bow mouths is because their mouth is actually shaped like a long bow. And if you look at their head and their peck, it's shaped like a long bow. So that's another, they have many names. They're bow mouth guitarfish, they're shark rays. We call them rhina here too, because that's the genus part of their scientific names. So there's all sorts of names you could call these guys, but yeah, that's why they're called bow mouths.
I was reading here that they're rare and difficult to see in the wild. Is that because they live way down deep where humans don't usually go, or why?
No, it's because there's not a lot of them left. So they actually, and the reason that there isn't a lot of them left is they don't live deep. They live in pretty shallow water, which makes them easier to catch. So I think, I read, I don't know, in the past several years, they're an 80% population, or gone of their population.
Oh my goodness.
So there's not many of them left. So hence why we need to start taking action. And it's not just bowmouths and shark rays. A lot of the shark relatives are in need of conservation help in the ocean. So we're really proud to be part of this project.
All right, Heather. Well, thank you so much. So I can't wait to come out and see the shark rays, the guitar, what was it?
Guitarfish.
The
Bowmouth
guitarfish. Bowmouth guitarfish. So Heather Urbaniak. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Urbaniak.
Thanks, Heather. Okay.
Have a great day.
You too.
When you go out to the shed, you often see the scuba divers in the tanks there.
You've seen them with the sharks.
Yeah, you can see them. And so, I won't get a fish tank at home because I don't want to take care of the cleaning. So I can't even imagine,
Yeah, well, the reason I said I thought it was automated, and we went out to it was an aquarium, I think it was Ripley's Aquarium in Gatlinburg, and they had a whole series about how they clean these tanks automatically. The water gets filtered and then put back in. So I just kind of assumed that shed was the same way, but it's amazing to hear that they actually physically go in there and clean these tanks. They're brave, right?
Yes.
Brave.
Well, they love the animals too.
Marine biologists. When I was a kid, you take those tests in school to see what you're going to be when you grow up. Mine was always marine biologist.
Okay.
Didn't shake out.
No.
I think I'd be scared of sharks, honestly. But we're talking about a nutritionist next.
Switching gears.
Yes, we're going to be speaking with Maggie, and she's going to talk about Chick-fil-A sandwiches and what's really in those yummy, delicious boogers.
We'll be right back.
10:36. So Chick-fil-A is one of the most popular fast food chains in America, known for its friendly service, waffle fries, and signature chicken sandwiches. But a new ranking from World Atlas puts it on the list of the least healthy fast food spots in the country, which is shocking for many of us. So what's really in that go-to combo meal, and are the salads actually a better choice? We're breaking it down with registered dietitian Maggie Mihalchek. That's all right. I know Maggie.
I'm sure she gets it all the time.
Once upon a pumpkin, if you will. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning.
So let's get into this. The CDC calls obesity a serious and costly disease. So how big of a role do fast food chains play in that issue today? And I know we're talking about Chick-fil-A and that sandwich.
Yeah, well, the thing is, fast food is so easy to grab these days. So it really does contribute to the obesity epidemic that we do have. So it is really important to consider what you're ordering when going to restaurants like Chick-fil-A, especially if that's a weekly occurrence. It's really important to be aware that these restaurants are high in sodium, they're high in calories, they're high in fat, mostly everything on the menu. So the good news there, though, is that you can make healthier choices at a lot of these fast food restaurants, and they put a lot of their nutritional information on the website. So a good rule of thumb is to check before you go so that you can make a healthier and more informed choice.
Okay, so here's the thing, Maggie. When I go to McDonald's, I am always, or Chick-fil-A, I am always getting like the 12 or 8-piece meal with a large fry. It's like I'm not going like to get a healthy meal. But I do understand people who are in a pinch and they it's the closest thing and they got to do something quick and they might lean toward a healthier option. But I mean, how often is too much to go to a fast food place? Like if I go once every 2 weeks to treat myself, or once a month, or I mean, what would you recommend?
Yeah, so I think too the frequency totally matters. And if you're going once in a while, getting the thing that you enjoy and moving on to make healthier choices, I think that is definitely a part of life. And it's just how it is. It can be how it is, and that's okay too. It's not the worst thing. But if you are frequenting places like this multiple times a week, I do think it's important to try to make healthier choices.
Gotcha.
So speaking of healthier choices, let's get into this Chick-fil-A menu. So if the original sandwich that we're talking about, that fried chicken with some pickles and the bun, is not the option to go, what should we do instead? Is the grilled chicken sandwich a better choice?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. One thing I actually do like about Chick-fil-A is that they give you that grilled option. So you can do the grilled nuggets, you could do the grilled chicken sandwich. And if you can get a smaller portion of fries, go with the smallest portion of everything that you can get. Maybe instead of a drink, it's water. Small swaps like that can help lower the calories, lower the sodium, and lower the fat, which we know are the culprits of fast food meals.
What about the salads?
Yeah, those can be a great healthier option. Getting the grilled chicken on the salad is great. I would just say get the dressing on the side so that you can control how much you add to it, because that's a sneaky source of calories and fat and sodium as well.
Chick-fil-A, what about the kids menu? I'm trying to think. I think they've got the mac and cheese, which I'm sure is just not good. The grilled chicken bites that you mentioned, I've seen a hack with that too, where you mix it with, I think, the mac and cheese, which is kind of 50-50. And then the other options for the kids.
I don't know, like the French fries, they always have the chocolate milk and the
fries.
juice. Yeah.
Yeah, or the shakes, those are probably
oh my gosh,
calorie bombs too. Is there an option like a Chick-fil-A alternative that's similar with like healthier choices than Chick-fil-A? Panera maybe?
Panera does have some similar things that could maybe rival Chick-fil-A in a way. If you really want the Chick-fil-A though, I say go for that once in a while, have what you like, move on to make healthier choices, make those small swaps if you can. If there is an option to get like an apple slice or some sort of vegetable, that's always a great option as well. Of course, there's a lot of recipes out there too to like make it your own at home, but it's the Chick-fil-A copycat version. I know that takes a lot more time and energy, but it could be a great healthier way to do it.
I've seen like the tofu on Pinterest. It always pops up for me. I eat meat, but it's like the tofu Chick-fil-A chicken. I'll have to try it for us, Caitlin, and see how it turns out.
Yeah.
Maggie, what are the nuggets? It says grilled, but even the grilled, like they're kind of greasy. Like, do you know what oil they're using there?
I'm not sure what oil they're using. You know, that too, consider like what you're dipping them in. A lot of the sauce options, again, are high in sodium, high in calories, but not the worst option. I would still say that could be a better option than getting the crispy or the fried chicken for sure.
All right, so let's talk about a this or that. We're going to break down different options at different fast food restaurants and which one you should pick. Okay, so Maggie, the first one is hotcakes or hash browns at McDonald's?
I would say I would say you could pick one of those, but then add something to it that has protein.
Okay.
So like a sausage patty or something like that?
Yeah, totally. Or you could get an Egg McMuffin and then get one of those on the side and have a little bit of that. But then you're also getting some protein, which is really important for breakfast. Starting the day with just the hotcakes is not going to keep you full. They're high in sugar, high in calories, but low in nutrition.
Okay, so this isn't McDonald's, but this is just a personal because I got to know. So when you said Egg McMuffin, if you go to Dunkin', you can pick different kinds of bread. Like you can get a croissant, a bagel, or like sourdough as an option or something like that. Which bread option is the best when you get those breakfast sandwiches?
I would say sourdough. Any swap that you can do that's more of like a multi-grain or a whole wheat, that's going to give you a little bit of fiber.
Okay.
And it's going to be lower in fat than like the croissant option and the bagel.
Okay, that's a good question, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Traditional chicken nuggets. We kind of already covered this. I'm gonna skip to the next one because we all know the grilled nuggets are like it doesn't take a genius.
Yeah.
Okay. Frappuccino, or like, is there a better alternative to that?
Yeah, so instead of the sort of like sugary coffee drink in the morning, opt for something like egg bites. If there's like a spinach egg white wrap, that would be a great option too. Anything that has a little bit of protein, bonus points for a vegetable, that's great. But just a little bit of protein, that's going to help to keep us fuller for longer and be way lower in sugar than just like a frappuccino that really is low in nutrition but high in sugar.
And then our next one was fries every time, and I'm guessing the answer is no.
I say, enjoy the small fry. We don't have to totally give that up all the time. But if there is an option to go with apple slices or a baked potato or some sort of veggie side, that's always going to be a little bit healthier, yes.
Maggie, if you are out and about with your kids, what fast food restaurant fast casual?
Every question that you ask, I'm like, that is my next question
well,
too.
I'm in your
what
head,
are you
Caitlin.
Picking? Yes.
Yeah, where do you go?
I am a Culver's fan, I will say.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
tell me more.
I think that ranks high in my book. I opt for the kids meal for myself personally. I feel like the chicken tenders and the fries, like that satisfies my fast food craving once in a while, but it's a smaller portion. And I do feel like their stuff is higher quality, if that counts too. So I'm a Culver's fan, but again, I think that you can make healthier choices at all of these restaurants, but none of them are healthy.
See, I expected like Subway.
My life has changed.
Okay.
Culver's is better quality. Maggie, you know what? I'm gonna go to Culver's on my way home after I get McDonald's. I promised the snack wrap too. Is Subway healthy, Maggie? Is Subway a good choice, or is this a fake healthy restaurant as well?
It's a little bit of a fake healthy restaurant. I would say, again, the deli meats are very high in sodium, so we have to watch out about that.
Which one is the best deli meat?
Here again, yes, you can make healthier choices. Get a smaller sandwich, add veggies, add avocado. Things like that are great swaps, helping to up the nutrition. However, the sodium is very important to be mindful of. And just like I said at all of these restaurants, how many times you go is very important. what you're going to order, if there are small swaps that you can do, that all counts and makes a difference, because no fast food restaurant is healthy.
Okay, so if we go to Subway, which lunch meat is the healthiest lunch meat choice? Do we know? Is it turkey?
I would say like a lean turkey breast would be a great option. A little lower in fat than something like pepperoni or the ham that they have. Again, small swaps here, but could make a big difference.
Last question, I think. Why is sodium so bad? I don't if I'm
water retention, high blood pressure.
But is it like how much sodium, extra sodium, do I have to eat in order to get high blood pressure? Or just more people at risk? I need to know these things, Maggie.
Great question. Great question. So again, fast food restaurants are notorious for all of their food being really high in sodium, which makes it really good to eat and really addicting. Elevated sodium after a long time, yes, like you said, Caitlin, is a symptom of, can lead to high blood pressure, which can lead to other, future diseases, can have an effect on our heart health. So it's very important to be mindful of, because most Americans get way over the recommended amount of sodium in a day.
Whenever we have Maggie in studio, I always think, and I told her this last time she was here too, you guys, she has the most delicious dessert that she did like last winter. Correct me if I'm wrong, dates, peanut butter and chocolate, and then pomegranates sprinkled on top. Is that right, Maggie? And then do you just throw it in the fridge?
Yes, it's the frozen date bark.
Really?
So it will change your life. Okay, wait.
Because I wouldn't put pomegranate seeds with that.
It was so good.
Yeah, it's a nice, fresh touch with the pomegranate on top, but it's just a great healthy snack to stash in the fridge and just have a little bite every time you need something.
Yes, she chopped them in half. She flattened them out, put the inside part facing up, and then a good amount of chocolate on top, drizzled with peanut butter, and then those pomegranates sprinkled on top.
Okay.
Maggie, you're a magician of food.
Thank you, Maggie. We could talk to you all day. Thank you so much. You're a wealth of information.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Have a good day. So good. Okay, so she on social media is Once Upon a Pumpkin, if you want to follow her.
You know what? My mom made my dad this, and I think this is pretty widely known, this recipe, but chocolate pudding using avocado. She used avocado and cocoa powder and dates, and then you can sweeten it with vanilla or maple, and my dad loved it.
You're kidding.
I'm not. And there you've got your protein. Throw it in a blender.
Delicious. You could probably freeze that too and make it kind of like a little ice cream.
Yeah. So I'll make it, and I'll give it a whirl.
We've got a lot of food on our menu.
I'll taste test it on my 5-year-old, see if it actually is legit.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, well, coming up, we're going to talk about Reddit. We're talking about Regally to start off. We'll be right back.
Up next, a pet peeve I think by a lot of people, like when you're buying concert tickets or even tickets to the game, specifically in this case to the Cubs game, and you see obstructed view and you're like, okay, they're cheaper. I mean, how obstructed can it be?
Uh-oh.
How obstructed can it be? Take a look. This poor guy, this is on Reddit.
Oh.
Wrigley actually sells this seat, made even worse by the two people standing in front of him.
No way.
I mean, what?
Why would they even do that?
That's what people are saying, because with the renovation of the ballpark, like they knowingly put that seat there.
I mean, I could probably sit there because I'm just there for the beer and the hot dog. but anybody else wouldn't be very happy with this choice.
No.
And then the other two guys standing up, that's rude.
The thing is, though, they don't know. I mean, and they might, I mean, it doesn't look, well, let's see. To me, it appears that this is like the start of the game or maybe between innings or something.
So maybe they're just stretching their little legs.
Maybe, that could be. But I just want to know how much that seat is. Would you buy that? You would buy that seat?
If it was cheap enough, yeah. I don't think I need to see that much.
Okay.
I let my kids sit next to me, and because let's be honest, if you're there with your family and you're the mom, you're probably not paying too much attention anyway. You're passing out snacks, you're bouncing the kids around.
Taking people to the bathroom,
but that's the exception
waiting in
to
lines.
the rule.
Right.
Everybody else wants a seat where they can actually experience the game they're paying for.
Well, yes, that's why you go to Wrigley. I had a horrible experience at Wrigley, not because of a ball game, but I was there for the Lady Gaga concert with my mom.
Yeah.
Horrible.
What?
We paid like big bucks to be in the third row.
Yeah.
Mom and I go to Lady Gaga concerts. We dress up. It's a thing, okay? So we're like, this is our experience. We're going to pay top dollar for these seats. Well, little did we know that the stage would be like up here and the seats we had were like way over here, so we couldn't even see the full stage. And I'm like, why would you bill those as like third row seats?
Oh.
And so anytime she was like toward the back of the stage, like we couldn't see it. We could really only see her if she was like at the front of the stage.
You could see her if you were higher up.
Yes, right. Or if she was on the catwalk, you know, then we could see her. So Mom and I are like standing on the seats. Mom's got like, you know, osteoporosis. She's like, if I fall off, it'll be the end of me, but I'm willing to do it, you know?
Oh, no.
God bless her.
She should have got on your shoulders.
Oh, yeah, right. But it was the worst, it wasn't the worst experience because I was with my mom and like we made the best of it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would you bill top dollar for those seats?
Do they offer like a POV for like the seat that you pick? You know, like if you go to a theater.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
It'll show you like what it would look like from your seat. They don't do that at Wrigley, hey?
Well, I mean, you saw the stage, but I guess you're assuming the stage is like one-dimensional, but it actually goes, it was like in. I don't know. Regardless, it was terrible. And it should have been billed as an obstructed view because it really was.
Did you complain?
Who do you complain to?
I don't know.
You know? I'm complaining to the people that are watching at home.
It's cathartic. It's cathartic.
Right.
Okay, so our next one, Chicago Public Library Reading Challenge. What books are you reading this summer? So it looks like Braiding Sweetgrass for the People in Nature category and the Urban Homestead for the Green Book category. The Urban Homestead. That is such a trend right now. And Braiding Sweetgrass. I've never heard of that one. Have you?
I have not. I'm more of like a documentary person.
You read documentaries?
No, I watch the documentary. Like I'm more of like I'd rather watch a documentary than read a book about detailing maybe something that happened.
Sure.
But I was just we were talking about this with having a child. It's hard. I know moms do it. I mean, they love to read, but I am so tired by the time I get to bed. My only quiet time that I just want to hit the sack.
When I see moms that read, major props.
Mm-hmm.
Major props. Because if I get 5 minutes, I'm looking at my phone every time. But you read to Olive every night, and that's great.
Yeah, and she's got a couple books she likes. There's like a Sandra Boynton has a collection of stuff. She really likes those little board books. And
cute.
Yes.
I never
She loves
read
the
to my
Bernstein
kids.
Bears. What
That's
cute
great.
books those are.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I should do that more probably. Anyways, so new mom feels. How did you feel when you were preparing to have your first child? Do you want to run this one down?
Sure.
Matt?
So this mom, and I think we can all relate to this.
Yeah.
She's going to be due any time now, and she talks about she lives far away from family, and so her mom came to visit her and was kind of helping her prep, and she was like, this is the last time that I'm actually going to feel like a daughter, because I'm going to be a mom and life is going to change forever, and it'll be this new role, and I'm going to like almost have to grieve being a daughter. But I think she thinks that's going to be the case, but it won't necessarily be. Because I know when your mom comes to visit, I think you still kind of feel like a daughter,
I talk to
right?
my mom every day.
Yeah.
Well, I get what she's saying to an extent. I think my mom's watching right now because she did text me earlier. What I mean by this, Mom, is when my parents come to visit, which they did over the weekend, I think they might still be there. Maybe they're driving home now. They're no longer there as the role of my parent. They're there as the role of grandma and grandpa. So maybe that's what she means, because I totally get it. It's just this season of life, because when they come, I don't need help with me, I need help with them. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that's what she's talking about. Do you feel like your relationship has changed with your parents since being mom?
I think it has, in that I don't have to take my mom's advice like I used to. I think when I was single, I was more married to mom's advice.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I'm a parent myself, so I'll just, I'll take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I also think like having that child in your life gives you something else to live for. And I always thought, like, if something ever happened to my parents, I don't know what I would do in life. But now I've got some little person to live for,
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. And then you think about too, like when your kids get bigger, how your relationship is going to change with them, and that actually makes me sad.
Probably even more sad.
You know? So maybe that's how our parents feel. I don't know. I think these questions were definitely for us. I appreciate it, Jenna, if you pick these topics. All the mom topics for me and Natalie. We'll go to town. Speaking of moms, Tia, she's getting up and ready for the next hour of the show right off camera. This was fun, Natalie. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. You're so welcome.
I think Mr. Anthony is back tomorrow from his beautiful vacation.
Yeah. We'll have the best day ever. Bye.
Welcome back to Chicago Now. The time is 11 a.m.
Yes, it is, and it feels like it on a Monday.
It does feel like a Monday. Tia, how was your weekend?
It was long. I can't really complain. It was long. It was interesting.
Why interesting? What'd you do?
Well, my husband decided his parents are getting older, and he decided to get them a house. And he surprised them on Friday, and we had to go through the whole thing of buying everything for it. So just a lot of running around.
That's such a great.
And I'm still trying to, I feel like I just sat down right before the camera came on. So I'm trying to get myself together. But yeah, all in all, hey, nothing to complain about. All positivity this way. What about you?
That's good. Mine was long too. I had some friends in town this weekend.
Okay.
So, you know, when you have friends in town, you gotta show them around
Yes,
and
you
kind
have
of
to
keep
be
them
a
busy.
guest.
You have to,
Well,
yeah,
treat them
a
like
great
guests.
host. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So we took a boat out yesterday. I feel like I was in the sun a lot. I was in the sun all day,
Okay.
and so I got a little sunburn.
I don't see any sunburn. Is it under
Girl,
the makeup?
on my nose. You
Okay,
see that bright
okay.
red? That is not blush. That is sunburn. And so it was just a long day. I'm ready to go home and take a nap after this for sure. But
Yeah, well, at
I'm
least
happy
we're
to
doing
be
something
here.
fun. Yeah,
Exactly.
today.
I'm always happy to be here.
It is always a good time.
Yes.
What we got today?
Okay, so today we are talking to a hometown love story, 20 years in the making.
Ooh.
This couple is currently in the running for America's favorite couple.
Wow.
So we'll be talking to them
That's
in
interesting.
studio. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we also have a 12-year-old that is making waves in Hollywood. He'll be in studio to talk about his journey and the shows that he is in. And then we are also talking about everything that's viral. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started.
Okay, let's talk about it. What we got?
The first thing viral, TikTok is talking about the Gen Z stare. Have you heard of it?
So is this, okay, maybe I want to make sure I got this right. I got a cord sticking right up out of my head. Hold on, I got to fix that. But are we talking about these people that are going around and just staring at people?
No.
Okay, because you've seen those videos,
I
right?
have seen that.
So we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about
that.
that.
What is the difference?
We are
here?
talking about Gen Z has this thing where if things are awkward or they're just how they talk, they just kind of stare at people. So say I'm ordering food, I work at McDonald's or something, and someone's ordering food from me.
Okay.
And I kind of just like look at them. I'm not really responding.
You don't say yes, how can I help you?
No, it's just kind of this little awkward like look around, stare.
Okay, I've experienced that.
Yeah, I don't know if we have a TikTok or something we can pull up about it, but a lot of the times people are doing that. Do we think that's weird? Do we think the social cues are off?
So what I think is happening is I think that this generation, which, you know, it can even be in my generation still, we're so attached to social media and phones and stuff that I don't think we really know how to properly communicate.
Right.
And so as a result, we don't know the social cues to say, how may I help you? That's a good choice. I've tried that.
Right.
We don't know.
I agree.
And so, or we're just so caught up in our own world that we don't realize we're doing it. But I think it's really ignorance. That's what I think.
I agree with you. I think I go back to we don't understand, or Gen Z doesn't necessarily understand social cues and how to talk and how to be friendly.
That's right.
It's just kind of like they're a little lost a bit. They're kind of like
a lot of lost a bit.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
it's true.
I agree. I think there's some things that they lack that when we were growing up, you know, you speak when you walk in the room with someone.
Right.
You introduce
Hello.
yourself.
How are you?
There's a lot of things that people do that they don't
Or at least
necessarily
speak.
do. At least speak. I definitely agree with that. So they got this whole thing going on.
Wow. I wonder how does that work in a job interview?
I wonder
Like,
how
if they ask you a question, do you just blank stare? Do you respond?
Right.
I mean, that could really hold you back in life. That's troublesome.
I think so too. Is there anything else you think Gen Z kind of lacks or what they should work on?
Common courtesies.
Give me an example.
You hold the door. No, thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. Nothing. It's like, no, common courtesy is huge. And I think that goes back to what you're saying about like if someone walks in the room to say hi or, common courtesy is gone. It's out the window.
I agree. I would say that, and then also just being off of your phone, being offline, you know?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times they're stuck on their phones and what's going on. They're not really living in the moment.
That's
and
true.
so they do miss some of those things, like I said, like speaking to someone, having a conversation face to face.
I agree.
They're so stuck online. So, yeah.
Good luck.
Right.
Good luck, Gen Z. Get it together.
The next thing trending is Skims. So if you're not familiar, Kim Kardashian, has a brand called
the
Skims.
shapewear stuff.
Right now, they just released a new collection.
Okay.
It's kind of retro. They've got the high-waisted, pinup girl kind of style. Are we into it, or do we think we need something more modern?
Why y'all gonna put the camera on me? So I don't like the Kardashians. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend that I do. I don't. And so I don't care what they make. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Are you buying
I'm not the person to ask because I don't like anything about what they present, and I don't care.
Is there a celebrity brand?
I'm sorry, he's back there cracking up. I think he is.
Is there a celebrity brand that you actually like?
Yeah, I like Rihanna's, makeup. I love that. Who else? I mean, I don't think, I guess when I buy things that I like, I don't attach it to a celebrity, but that's a family that I don't like.
Okay.
So like, I'm not buying anything they sell.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you. Why don't you like the Kardashians?
You don't have enough time on this show?
Girl, we got all the time in the
That's
world.
a whole nother story for a whole nother day, but I have a problem with people that, I feel like they're not genuine, and I feel like they have bamboozled the public in a way that I just don't get with. You know, I don't like them. I don't like what they represent, and yeah, that's not a family I'm buying anything from.
Okay.
At least not to my knowledge. Now, if they're invested in something that I'm buying, then maybe I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I'm not intentionally going out to buy anything that has the K's on it.
Right. Well, they're a $1 billion company now.
Good for
there's
them.
lots of people actually buying this. Like I said, you can buy what you want, but people are buying it.
I know, and I'm not hating on them. It's just my own personal preference. I just am not for that family. Yeah. I mean, here's what I'm gonna say. Okay, since you're trying to take me down this road, Justine. When has anybody ever been able to have a lewd tape out and just bounce back from it and then become this, businesswoman and all of that? People went crazy over Janet Jackson having a malfunction at the Super Bowl and was ready to take her down for it, but the Kardashian can have a whole tape out? I mean, throwing it back? I'm just saying.
So I'm playing devil's advocate here.
I'm just saying.
What's your thought on them just maximizing their 30 seconds of fame?
I think that that's the best part about them. I'm just not sold. That's all. I'm not knocking their hustle. Oh no, they are great business people. They have mastered the art of manipulation and sales and all of those great things. I think that's wonderful. I'm just not buying it.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I completely understand. I'm not big into buying celebrity products. I love small businesses. I love startups. That's where I'm going to put my money. Local businesses, Black-owned businesses, women-owned businesses. Yes. There's so many other causes that I would prefer to support.
Correct. And the money stays within your community.
Exactly.
No matter what color, no matter who it is, if you're buying local, it's staying in your community. And that's what I'm going to support. I'm not going to support somebody that's selling sex.
Right.
And I'll leave it at that.
So the next topic.
I know our guests are probably behind that wall like, what is happening on this show? We're coming up after this? I can't see their faces, but I know that's what they're thinking. Go ahead.
So our next topic, there was a backpacker that was found alive in Australia after 12 days.
I saw that.
She survived by living in her van, no resources. Well, a few resources if she's surviving after 12 days. Is this something, are you the type that would go out and explore, do a solo trip, backpack? What is your thoughts on
So I have, and what's really interesting is in the past, I used to be a huge hiker. When I moved to California, I was there for almost 4 years, and I got into this whole hiking culture. It's a big thing there.
Yeah.
And the last time I remember hiking there was a sign that said, they would put up signs like roving signs if somebody saw a mountain lion. And they put up a sign at the time, like I was doing my little hike, and I saw them go down there and put up the sign. I said, what is this? It said, beware, there was a mountain lion sighting. I think you should, but I think you should be smart. I had nothing to defend myself. All I had was my AirPods or something, my phone, and my voice, and some keys.
And you still continued to go on this hike after you saw the sign.
I still was hiking. I think that you need to brace yourself. If you know that you're a hiker and you could get caught in a mountain, caught up somewhere, you should make sure whatever's in your backpack, because literally I had nothing. No water, no nothing. You should make sure that you have some things that if something were to go wrong, you could survive.
Yep, you absolutely need to be prepared. I love being outdoors. That's like, I grew up hunting and fishing and being in Girl Scouts. So that's something that I feel like I would be prepared for.
You could survive?
Oh, 1,000%.
12 days.
12 days, absolutely.
What would you eat?
I could survive 15 days.
What would you eat?
Berries, nuts, whatever I could find, I can forage. I don't know if you guys seen my Instagram, but every day I post about these tomatoes I'm growing.
Yes, so I did see that.
Yes, so I think I have the skill set to survive in something like that. I know.
And so what would you do for water? If there is a stream of water going and they say you're not really supposed to drink water that sits for a while, what would you do? I mean,
So I would boil the water.
I got so many
You can
questions.
boil the water. I can use my,
You know how to make a fire?
I do, absolutely. I can make a fire.
We gotta put Justine to the
we
test.
gotta do like Justine and Tia go out into nature and we survive. I
You
think that'd
already
be a
know how it's gonna be for me. I'm not gonna make it.
That sounds like a great game show.
That
like,
would.
I know
We'd be good at it.
Oh,
though.
we'd be great at it.
Probably hilarious more so than anything. Because I don't like bugs.
Oh, girl.
I can't stand bugs.
I need a new partner on this game show
I
because
cannot-
Tia's not gonna make it.
I cannot do bugs, and I must have my lip gloss at all times.
Okay, I get
So
the
like
lip
I
gloss.
wouldn't probably do well.
You gotta
for a
use
long
like
time.
some snail mucus or something for your lip gloss.
Girl.
If the lip gloss isn't there, you gotta figure out. You gotta make
come
it
up with
work.
something.
You gotta
Yeah, that's
make it
not for
work.
me. I don't want to be on this show.
So a lot of the times, people always ask if you're on a island, a deserted island, what 3 things are you bringing?
Good question.
And you don't know when someone's going to save you.
So I would bring my husband, my cell phone, and my cell phone charger.
Girl, you're not surviving. Tia's not surviving
That is
a
your
day.
call for help. Well, you need a man that's strong to be able to chop down trees and wood, and I'm not doing that.
Is your husband good at
I don't think
survival
so, but I
skills?
think he figured it out.
That's a lot of faith
I
in
don't
him.
think so.
That's a lot of faith.
But I think you would need somebody with the strength.
Right.
Right? So what would you bring?
Oh.
Miss, I love the wilderness.
I love the wilderness. Okay, so I would always bring something like a knife or some type of hatchet.
Okay.
I would bring a mirror. A lot of times people always say bring a mirror because you can use it
As a reflector?
As a reflector, you can start a fire. You can use it to defend yourself.
Look at this.
I'm
Who
telling
knew?
y'all, I'm prepared.
And what else? So that's 2.
Okay, I'd probably bring something like, okay, I don't think I'd be struggling out there. So I'd bring something that I'm going to enjoy, maybe a book or something. You know what? I'll be in the back chilling.
You might have to read that book 5 times before you get help. I mean, I guess you could take the pages and it could keep the fire going.
I could keep the fire going. I think honestly, fishing line. Maybe I'll bring some fishing line.
I never painted her to be this person, but okay.
That's why you don't judge a book by its
that is
cover,
correct.
you
That
know?
is
I
correct.
love the great outdoors.
I love the outdoors too, but I don't want to be stuck out there.
I wouldn't mind.
What would you do for mosquitoes to keep them at bay?
It depends where
Can
we
you like
at.
dip yourself in mud and stuff? Is
I
that
was gonna
real?
say maybe. I know like the elephants do it, right?
I think. I don't know. I'm not cut out for it, so I don't know. I was just asking.
Yeah, I honestly think I could do it. I think I could
Okay.
do it. Would
All
you
right.
rather be stranded out in, I know we're getting off topic
We're
here, but
we've gone deep.
would you rather be stranded in the ocean or in the desert? And this is my last crazy question.
Neither. I mean, I would have to say I don't really mess with whales and sharks, and I mean I've done that. I've gone whale watching and that, but like I don't want to have to get in the water for my food. So I'm gonna go jungle. You said jungle, right?
I said the desert.
Oh, the desert.
Girl.
I'm going desert. I guess. I don't know, because then what do I eat? An armadillo? I don't know. I really have to think about this.
Roasted armadillo.
No, I think I'm gonna go ocean.
Though.
Ocean.
Ocean?
Yeah.
I'm going the great outback, the desert. I'm going the desert.
I'm gonna go ocean. But I mean, I can't even drink the water. I don't know what I would do, Justine.
Right.
I would be dead.
We just hope we're not ever in this position, y'all. We're not
'Cause
gonna make it.
I'm good and dead.
We got to be right here on Chicago Now. Coming up, we are talking to America's favorite couple. Well, they're in the
Yes.
running. We'll
Yes.
hear all about their 15-year history coming up after this.
All right, welcome back. We are talking to America's favorite couple. How do you even become America's favorite couple? That just hit me right when I said it. I'm like, how do you do? Okay, so we have, let me get to it because I'm just all over the place. So we have Christina Cleary and we have Billy Fisher. You plan to be a Fisher.
Yes.
You've known each other since you were 15. What? How did you meet?
We worked at Jewel.
You both worked at Jewel Osco?
We were baggers.
Oh my God.
They even speak at the same time.
And so then America's favorite couple. How did you find yourself in this position?
It was an ad on Facebook through Variety magazine, and I saw that Jeff Goldblum was heading it up, and I love Jeff Goldblum since I was a child, which is kind of weird, but I was like, let me enter this and see what happens. And about 3.5 weeks later, I got an email saying that we were entered, and so it kind of went from there, and now it's exploded. Yeah, the second round we made it to the top 20 out of 80 in our group, and now we are number 1 in our group.
Okay.
So we need to make the top 15. I think there's 5 rounds total, but it would be a wonderful thing for us to do.
So what are some of the categories that people are voting for? Like, is it your story that people are
yeah,
voting for?
and of course I used every single character that we could to tell our story of.
So tell us, what's the story?
Yeah, give us a rundown.
So you're working at Jewel, you're bagging up lettuce, and you look across at the other register and you see somebody else bagging up lettuce. What happened? What was the story?
Well, we were always friends in high school, and after that, and dated later in our 20s.
For 5 years, and then
She went down to school, came back, and we started dating.
And then we were young, we were in our 20s, we split up, and then kind of went our separate ways for almost 16 years, and ended up finding each other again on Hinge, that my friend talked me into going on, but it was meant to be at this time, and not our time, in God's time, kind of thing.
I love that. So wait, you're on Hinge, and are you swipe? I don't know how Hinge works.
He was the third person I saw, and I was like,
wait a minute, is that Billy? Is that what happened?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So I messaged him, and we started talking. We went on a date the next night and closed down the restaurant we were at, and then
And she's never left.
I never left. You can't get rid of me.
I love that.
That sounds
so
explosive.
after all this time, are you like, what lesson have you learned from this?
Communication,
Yeah.
I think.
God.
Patience, God. We both had some near-death experiences in our time apart, and that really brought us a strong faith. So that's a big part of our life now. And we got engaged in January, so it was,
Congratulations.
thank you. At our family reunion, he did it in front of all of our family and friends, and it was amazing. And we're getting married next year, so that would be the icing on the cake to go all the way in this contest.
So tell me, like, what keeps your relationship going? Because when he looks at you, it's almost like he's piercing right through you. Like,
look
really,
at her.
this is like the look of in love.
They
for
do
real.
look in love.
Aw,
It's hard not to stare at her.
I know that's right. I mean, don't forget we sitting here, Billy. I'm just saying, you're not alone. But go ahead.
We laugh a lot. Like, we joke around a lot. Like, we have just a really good chemistry, and I think that, as friends first, and then we always just carried this flame towards each other, obviously. When we first started talking again the second time, I said, I have a surprise for you, and I came to his house, and I had saved every card, letter, picture from our first time, and
my
of course we
goodness.
both cried, and like had a, it was just nice. I just never could let him go. He was always my person, my soul mate. So
So when you guys entered the competition, what part specifically do you think that the audience wants to know about you guys, about your love story? Why do you think you're currently number 1?
I just think we have a really strong family and friends group and network, and everyone is just sharing and loving us, and just we're real.
I think people like the reuniting, the coming back after so long, and it's still there. And
Right.
It's probably stronger now than it was the first time. So
Yeah.
You keep saying the first time, Billy. I don't know what that means, but
The first time around, we had we since we
my
dated
mind
for
is a little
5 years,
dirty.
yeah.
But go ahead. Harper's in the studio. He's only 12. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, we just, we've learned a lot, and we've grown, and just we know the things that you know, when you're young, you know, you're impetuous and there's a lot of maybe some jealousy, and we used to go out to the bars a lot when we were young. Now we're just like, it's 8 o'clock, we're barely keeping our eyes open watching TV, like binging something, you know, so it's a lot different, and it's, we are forging a family together. I've got 2 kids, and he's, you know, a really good stepdad to them. They love him and he loves them, and it's just, you know, it's hard, it's a struggle sometimes, but we're doing it and talking through it and praying about it a lot. So I think that helps.
What happens if you win America's Favorite Couple? What comes with that?
So we'll get a spread in Variety magazine, $20,000 prize, which would help towards our wedding for sure next year. And just, I think it would be really good just to get our story out there of, you know, perseverance and faith and
she
love.
wants to meet Jeff Goldblum.
I want to meet Jeff Goldblum so badly.
You're not jealous about that?
No.
Is there going to be an entire ceremony, or where would you meet Jeff at?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking hopefully if they do the Variety spread where they do, I think it's in Arizona, and hopefully he would be there with his lovely wife Emily, and we would get to.
I like how you threw that in.
All
there.
hold hands.
I got it.
Like my dream would be like all of us holding hands, running in slow motion, you know, like taking pictures.
I could see you in a magazine though. You have a beautiful look about you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
You and your husband. To be.
So I'm such a hopeless romantic. I love romance. Do you guys feel like you're soulmates? And do you believe in soulmates?
I do. Well, we were talking about the red string theory.
Red string theory.
How they say that, you know, no matter the distance you go, or you know how much time that string, that thread is always connected. So no matter what you go through outside of that, you'll always have that connection.
And we've come back to each other for sure. So.
I love it. So anybody that's watching right now, maybe they don't know your love story, they've just gotten, you know, heard it for the first time. How can they vote for you?
There is a link that I don't know if we can share. Oh,
we
there
have
it is,
it,
right there. Yes, you can scan that and we can go on there and vote for us. And everyone gets 1 free vote a day. If you do decide to pay for votes, it all goes towards charity. There's 2 charities that it goes towards. Oceana, which is the world's international ocean cleaning restoration, and then the LA Food Pantry. Perfect. So those are wonderful causes.
I love this.
Yes.
You guys, I mean, I'm serious. I wish you guys were in the room. It's like hot over here. I feel like we should leave. It's very hot.
And then lastly, where can people find you on social media and follow your journey?
On our Facebook pages, and then Instagram. Mine's FoxyFemale18, all lowercase. Instagram.
Foxy. Okay, Foxy.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Valparaiso. Well, originally Chesterton, but
Northwest Indiana.
Northwest Indiana.
Perfect.
And you guys are currently living in Illinois?
No, we're in Indiana actually.
Indiana, okay. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Awesome. Wow, I love your story.
Thank you.
I feel like I should leave you alone. But I'm rooting for you. When do you find out if you're the official winner? How many more rounds of this?
I think there's 5 more rounds total. September 20th, I think, is the final vote, because they reset everything. We have some time. There's lots of rounds, and I am shamelessly putting us out there. I'm sharing on all social media, like TikTok, Snapchat, everything. I'm adding all these people. I'm just trying to, you know, I was like messaging Fox, doing all this.
Let me ask you something. Are you one of those people that, because like when I get into a competition or something, I want to see who I'm up against. Have you looked at the other people? Are you the only ones from our area?
I found out that there are other people in Chesterton, Indiana, like a younger couple, but they're not in our group.
They don't matter. They don't matter.
Right. They matter to the Lord, but not in this competition.
And it's all over, though. Some people were from Florida.
It's all over
the United States. So it's everybody.
And I don't have access to other groups unless somebody would share that group to me, so we only have access to our group.
Got it.
But there was 80 in our group, and then now we're the top 20, so we're hoping to move to the top 15, and hopefully you lovely ladies will help us do that.
Yeah. So. Are you up against any influencers? Because I know sometimes in these competitions what happens is you have these, you know, celebrity like people that you're up against, and then when they share it and they have 500,000 followers.
Right. Yes. Okay. I know that there's a radio personality in Grand Rapids, Michigan, because my best friend lives there, and he was like, "Who is this over here?" He was like, "Don't worry, I'm not voting for him," but So I'm not sure about any others, but I'm
Don't
sure
worry,
there are.
we're gonna get you to the top. I like what you're
thank you.
bringing.
Yes.
The
Thank
heat
you,
is what you're bringing.
Yes.
And,
And do we even want a close up of the ring and see
it's
how?
so beautiful.
Thank
He did really well.
He did, didn't he?
And it blings. Yeah, that is gorgeous. You did a good job.
Thanks.
Did you have help?
Nope.
Did you just went in and
Well,
picked
she
it on your own?
loves the vintage, so I
Clearly.
Yeah, obviously,
You know.
yeah.
So I don't know if you ladies have ever heard of the movie Somewhere in Time.
Yes.
Okay, that is my favorite movie. And I just love that love story of, you know, they finally get back together and he travels time to be with her. And shockingly enough, I watched it with my daughter, and I didn't realize that the day he travels back to meet Jane Seymour is our wedding date next year, June 27th.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Coincidentally.
Coincidentally, and I did not even realize that. So it's meant to be.
It is meant to be. I love it. Real quick, before we let you go, what would be like the number one piece of advice you would give to a couple right now? Anybody that's married, getting married, if you have to give them some advice, some love advice. What do you say? Let's go from a man's perspective. What would you say?
For sure, having God be number one in our lives.
That's what I'm talking about.
And communication, for sure. And
Patience. And
letting
laughs.
her win a lot of the arguments.
We don't even barely argue, please. I just let I let a lot of things roll, and I just laugh. I try to take everything with a grain of salt, and just because life, you never know what's going to happen every day, and it's just, I try to laugh a lot and try to make a lot of jokes out of things and fun, and that's what we have a lot of communication and talking and prayer. Lots of prayer.
You have good vibes. Seriously.
Thank you.
It's a lot of people you come in contact with and you're like, okay, we can wrap this up. I can keep talking to you. I'm just being honest. I can keep talking to you guys. You have really good energy.
Thank you.
And I like that about you. So best of luck.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
ladies. Thank you for having us.
Of course.
It's a pleasure to have you on. Okay, so next, coming up, Harper's in the room. That's why I stopped talking so, grown up. He's 12 years old. He's been on just about everything, and now he's on Ironheart. So we got to talk to him about that. We'll have that coming up. Don't forget to vote for them, okay? I love this couple. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Okay, so this is who I was talking about, who was in the room. Harper Anthony, who was 12 years old. When I met him, he was 6. Grew up so fast. I can't even believe how long those legs are. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Look at you. Who dressed you today? You dressed yourself.
It was a combination between me and my mom.
Okay, Mom did very well. You look very fly. He's always dressed like this since he was like 3 years old. It's so good to be here with you. So you got a lot going on.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
talk about it. What you got going on?
Well, coming up, I am hosting the Kingdoms Avenue Stump the Yard on August 2nd in Inglewood. In July 27th, I have I'm getting honored with the humanitarian award at the Youth Awards hosted by Final Explosion ENT. And you guys can buy your tickets at www.finalexplosionent.com.
That's what I'm talking about. First of all, I guess you're an actor, so you can remember a line. That was very impressive. Let's talk about your role that you have right now that's on Ironheart.
So the role I have on Ironheart is Landon.
Landon,
AKA Kid with the Wagon.
Okay. And how did you get that role? What happened? What was the process for you to get it?
First came the audition.
How was it? Was it in person? Was it on video?
All of my auditions are on video. I do a video, I remember the lines, and I send it in.
Do you remember what your lines were for that one?
So the lines that you see on the show are the lines that we get auditioned with. But the audition lines that I had were in the first episode when I first see Riri. When I first see her, it's my lines are, I'm not trying to be mean, but attracting attention. Those were the lines that I had for the first one.
That's what I'm talking about.
So when you prepared for an audition, do you just go through the lines? Do you read it with your mom?
I do go over them with my mom. We go over them a lot. Spend a lot of time working on those. Then she has me practice them, go into a room, go over them a couple of times, practice them, come back, and then we go over them. Then we break it up. So we do like 3 lines, try to memorize them. If we get them, we move on. We keep doing it like that.
So you are a model and an actor.
Yes,
when did you
ma'am.
start doing that?
I started modeling when I was 3 and acting since I was 8.
Wow. Which one's your favorite? Do you like to model or act more?
I mean, look how fly is.
I know, right? It's hard to choose. You're great at both.
It's very hard to choose. There are benefits to both.
What's the benefits? I want to hear about this. Because maybe we need to change careers.
No, because you're doing great at what you're at.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
So nice.
Come on.
With acting, one of the benefits are getting your face seen by millions and getting recognized in the street. Since Ironheart came out, I've been recognized at CN75, stores.
What do people say? What do they say? Do they give you the double take like, wait a minute, I know you from somewhere?
It's usually that, and it's usually at CN75 it was, aren't you the kid from Ironheart? and that was just a great moment for me because the kid who asked me, we actually spent most of the time at CN75 playing basketball after that. And he was a great guy.
That's awesome. So it sounds like acting gets you a lot of love.
Acting gets you a lot of love. And modeling also gets you a lot of love. But the thing is, sometimes you don't know it all the time. Because I've been recognized, like, I saw you at the runway. I saw you on the runway. And getting that recognition is really cool. But with modeling, you get to wear a whole bunch of different types of clothing.
And you like clothes?
I love clothes.
What's your favorite outfit? Is it the debonair look or is it?
I'd have to say it's the Nigerian style clothing.
Ooh, yeah.
Like the suit that I just wore at the Black Menswear event that was inspired by this designer that my mom saw on Instagram. And the suit was just, I loved it when I first saw it. I fell in love. But I wanted to do it in a different color. And those style suits are what I really like.
What is it, the cut? The way that it's cut? Or is it the material?
It's the slim cut and like the collar at the top that makes it.
You educating us today. We ain't know nothing about that.
Right. So I want to improve my Instagram pictures. What modeling tips can you give me?
Not the hands together.
Don't be afraid to like look away from the camera.
Okay.
Sometimes you look, like looking away from the camera is my favorite. I love looking away from the camera. And just don't do it when you feel like you're actually just doing a pose. Do it to where you're just moving.
It's just natural.
It's just natural type of movement. And another tip that I can give you is, I was on the tip of my tongue.
It's okay. It'll come back.
It'll come back.
Okay.
When I get it, I'll say it.
Okay, so here's what I was going to ask you. You said being recognized, right?
Yes.
You're 12. When I was 12, I was very goofy. You way more mature than I was when I was 12. But is it ever that time when you're like, man, I just want to be a kid. I don't want nobody to recognize me. I just want to be up in this thing, chilling, relaxing, and then somebody's like, wait, I know you. You ever have those moments where you just want to be to yourself?
Not really.
Okay.
A lot of times I like being recognized. I like when people see me. I like when people meet me. And I'm definitely still a kid.
What do you do that's still like a kid?
That's still a kid. I still go to the park with my friends. I still go play basketball. Like today after this, I might go to the water park. It's things like that where I still have a balance in my life. I'm able to be, like I just went to Six Flags a couple weeks ago with some of my friends. I still go out, I still go to lunch, I still play basketball with my friends. I love sports. And I'm still able to have that balance because of my mother. She's able to, and doing this is actually fun to me. It's not, I don't feel like it's always work.
Yeah.
Like being on TV right now with all these people watching, it's fun.
I love that.
So for a kid that wants to do something similar to you, they want to get into acting, they want to do modeling, what advice would you give them?
Be able to like really commit to it. Like when you get there, don't want to quit because it's hard. It's gonna be hard, I'm telling you right now. Doing it no matter what, it's going to be hard. You're going to have late nights, but you have to have a passion. I just heard if you, this a couple days ago, if you don't have a passion for it, you shouldn't be doing it. You have to have a passion for what you're doing so you can be able to strive and really work hard with whatever you're doing.
What are some of the, you said hard, what are some of the hard things about acting, especially when you're 12? Because you can't work all day because there are rules against that, but what are like some of the hard parts?
Getting up in the morning, but I think that's hard for everybody. Though you have to get up in the morning, memorizing it. When you first start off, it is really hard. Not really hard, but it's kind of hard. And
because I know you're thinking, what's a little secret like that maybe people don't know that happens behind the scenes? Because see, I would think, now correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not an actress, but I would think if I get to a point where I can't remember the line, they're like, read this. Does that happen? Like what's like a little something that goes on behind the scenes of like when you're recording these like movies and shows and stuff that people have no idea?
So that is something that does happen on set. When you're saying a line and you forget it, you can just yell line and that's your line, and usually people get right back to it. Like most of the time, that's happened to me. Once I remember I had this speech that I had to remember, and it was this one word that I couldn't remember. I'm like, line, and I got right back to it because it's usually just one thing that you don't remember.
Yeah. How do you lock in and channel different emotions for your acting?
And characters,
And
right?
characters.
I stopped thinking. I stopped thinking about everything that's going on, and I just remember the description. I think about my character, that's it. That's all I really start to think about. I just start to remember, like when I was doing Landon, I'm like, business, cool, funny. I just start to remember and start to only think about that, and like everybody else like talking and speaking in the moment, I try to cancel out and only think about what I'm saying.
I love that. Let me ask you this, because sometimes people think that, okay, you're an actor, you must come from, this super rich family, you must have it all together. Talk about, how your mom has been so inspirational in making sure that you get to and from. If I'm not mistaken, she quit her job to make sure that you would be able to live out your passion.
Yes and well, she did quit, but she quit not only because I could pursue my passion, but so she could pursue her passion as well.
Okay.
My mom is an entrepreneur. Me and her own a videography and photography business. Like all day and night, my mother is constantly putting in work 24/7, editing photos, shooting things. Like yesterday, all day. She was running around the city trying to find a gas station that would let us shoot. Right now we're filming a anti-vaping.
Okay.
It's like a documentary, but it's also like awareness thing. We're filming it with graduates over guns, and my mother was going all around. She was telling them, like, the kids, I don't want you guys to drive because I don't want you guys driving all day. So she was driving everywhere to find a spot, and she was putting in all of that work, and I dedicate her, like, I'm proud of her so much for that. And we're both pursuing our passion. Like, what she learns, she teaches me. Now I'm acting. And fun fact, my mom is also a great actor. Like, with certain lines that she doesn't do it because she doesn't like to be in front of the camera. But like, when we're going through lines, when she's saying it, I'm like, why are you not acting? She's amazing at it. My mom is amazing at everything that she does.
Maybe she was put on this earth to make sure you're even better at it. Have you thought about that?
I have, and she said it a couple of times, and when I hear other people say it, it makes me think about it more.
I'm curious, did she get the gas station? Because if not, I'm gonna make some calls. Did she get a gas station to say yes?
We did not.
I'm gonna work on that for mom. Okay, I'm gonna work on that for mom. We gotta find it. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's gotta be some gas station.
It's gotta be somewhere
that'll say yes. Okay, so what else you got? So you were talking about some of the things that you help your mom out with. You guys have a business together. What role do you play in the business? When you over here acting here, you got this going on there, and then how do you make it all work with school? Because you're very intelligent, so I know you're learning something.
Yeah, so with Heart Picks, I am like this. I'm the CEO. She gifted me the business. She gifted me the title of CEO when I got my, I want to say that was 6 consecutive quarters of straight A's.
Okay, high five for that.
Good job.
Okay, genius.
When I got that, and then like certain events that I can't go to because of my age, she will go to.
Okay.
And my mother is like a master videographer. She's amazing at it, and she's taught me the photography side of it. Like, that's what I love doing the most. Since I've been in front of the camera a lot, knowing behind it too is a great thing for me.
Maybe you could give me a role when you start to record your own films. I could be the reporter on the street. I don't know. Come up with something for me, Harper. What are you about to say to me?
What was the other question?
I don't remember.
What was the other question?
You can't remember.
I got a question for you. So your mom sounds like she's a huge inspiration for you. Is there any other people that inspire you or who you want to work with? Any actors or other
That's a great question.
That's a great question. I was waiting for you to ask that.
You were waiting.
There are 2. 3 that I looked up to.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's funny. Kevin Hart.
Okay, I'm gonna let you answer.
One of them is Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to him. He's somebody who I looked up to all throughout my acting career. Like what he did in Black Panther and Jackie Robinson. Like that scene when he's in the tunnel and he has to yell and still keep a straight face. Like for me, even when I yell at home to try to see how he does it, I laugh. Because I'm like,
you just can't do it.
Sometimes I can't hold it. But the way he's doing it and still keeping that serious face is something that I look up to. And with Denzel, he has so much power when he speaks. I haven't seen Equalizer yet, but when I saw the trailer, he just kept a straight face.
Like You're too young to see it yet. You gotta get a little older.
I've heard that.
Okay.
My mom has told me that.
Yeah, she's right.
But when I'm looking at him, he's keeping that straight face all throughout the trailer. How are you doing that? He's keeping that mean mug, not a smile, not a laugh. That same face all throughout the movie, and when he speaks, it's so much power.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite quotes by him is, "I'm not an actor who does theater. I'm a theater actor who does movies." I love that quote by him. And then the next person is Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan.
Have you met any of these people?
I have not.
Okay. Okay.
Michael
If you
B.
meet
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, let me know. Just send him this way.
Okay, Harper. So they are telling us we got to wrap because we can be talking to you all day. So real quick, for people that maybe this is their first time ever seeing Harper Anthony, where can they follow you?
You guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at He Is Harper, and on Facebook at Model Harper Anthony.
It is so great to talk to you.
Thank you.
It's so great to see the evolution of little Harper. I can't even call you little anymore. But yeah, it's been amazing. So congratulations to everything that you're doing.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We are talking about that green. I love talking about money.
Me too.
Yeah, and we have Chris Sane here. You may have seen him on YouTube. You have all these followers on YouTube. You started this, you told me, in 2020. You became debt-free in 2018. How do you do it?
My wife and I were just committed to the journey. We felt off top. We didn't have anybody to depend on. So it was important we made good financial decisions. We two individuals, first generation college students. We graduated from Michigan State, and so
Go green.
you oftentimes hit with the student loans. And so right out the gate, or even when I met her, she was already on top of her finances just with how she lived. Not that she was doing nothing elaborate. And then I was the same. I was always, as a former athlete, struck by how do athletes make money and then 3 years after their career end go broke. So I was already taking those steps to, like, you know what, be responsible, be frugal with my money, save, don't overspend, live within my means. And so the journey started indirectly out the gate, and then over time, by 2018, we had hit that level, we came debt free. And so that just opened the floodgates.
So through this journey so far, what do you think has been the biggest tip or money saving hack that you've learned?
The biggest money saving hack for us, instead of going out, cook your meals at home. Instead of going to the barber shop, spending thousands a year on haircuts, learn to cut your own hair. Doing little small things that over time it adds up in terms of saving. Like, man, you know what? Instead of that $69 steak, we went and got some filet mignon, and for $8 to $16, we had a nice meal. It was just little incremental things like that that I would say.
So what type of videos are you putting on your YouTube channel for people who aren't familiar?
It's all about personal finance, financial literacy, the type of discussions oftentimes, unfortunately, we didn't have in our households or in our community as a prevalent piece of the conversation. So teaching you how to invest, how to open up a Roth IRA, how to make sure if you have a job, you get with the HR department to set up your 401k. How much should you allocate to your 401k in terms of making it worth your while when you do hit retirement age? So everything from those basic financial tips to more advanced tips like how to read a stock chart, how to trade, how to do technical analysis and fundamental analysis so that you can know what you're investing in to make your money work the best for you.
What do you say to young people? Because we're living in a time now, and we've talked about this before, where on social media people are flexing, right?
Yep.
They're like showing you, look, I'm getting off a private jet. They're not telling you it's rented. They're standing in front of a Rolls Royce, not telling you that it's somebody else's car. What do you say to young people that feel like they're not living if they don't have those things now?
That's an awesome question. The one thing I would say to that, at some point that catches up to you. You have to be rooted in the decisions you make in terms of what you want to do. If you are trying to impress people that don't know you and don't care about you, ultimately you fall victim to that. I would tell them at all costs, try to avoid those things, because then you have to keep up a facade. You can't go through the down periods that all of us go through in life, of the ebbs and flows, because you built this persona online that you gotta flex, that you gotta keep that up. And that could be taxing and stressful in itself, on top of everything else all of us deal with on a daily basis.
True.
So earlier you mentioned about saving money by skipping maybe the steakhouse and making it at home. Is there ever a point in time that you're done skipping that and you can actually start living a little or spending a little bit more money? Or do you always have that mindset of, hey, I'm gonna make this at home, I'm just gonna continue doing this?
The mindset stays with you because it becomes more of a lifestyle more than something you're just doing just to do it. But what does happen, we call it reaching that level of financial freedom, where then you have your emergency fund from 3 to 6 months, but preferably 12 months of an emergency fund set aside. You have your high yield savings account established. You have your health savings account. You have all these buckets that's now in alignment, so you can splurge, or you can get that purse. You guys are nice looking young ladies. You can get that new bag you might like. You can do all those things because you made the necessary sacrifice in private to be able to afford that, where it doesn't affect your way of living.
If someone's watching right now and maybe they feel like financial freedom is not attainable, what could they be doing right now to reach that point? Because you're sitting here with me, which tells me you don't necessarily have to clock somebody's 9 to 5 clock every day. What can someone do to kind of build that lifestyle now?
You got to get started now. Yesterday was already soon enough. If you didn't get started yesterday, get started today. That's number one. Number two, and I say this every day on YouTube, you don't need a lot to start. You can start with a small amount. Not that a small amount necessarily is going to get you to the end result, but it helps cultivate the habits that you need and the practices that you need to start doing on a consistent basis. So for instance, if you get a check every 2 weeks, there's 52 weeks in a year. If you get paid bi-weekly, you're getting 26 paychecks. If bi-weekly, you just getting accustomed of putting $50 into a index fund or the S&P 500. If you practice that over time, you're gonna see, man, my little $50 done jumped up to $300. What if I put a little more in there? So then you start doing little things like, I got this bonus. Instead of 50, and I just paid off this credit card bill, I'm gonna put $100 in this time. And you start doing that. All of us has an internal competitive nature in us to be the best at what we do. When you translate that to money, you start wanting to see your money scorecard grow higher. So, ooh, I got $1,000. Oh, girl, I'm about to try to get my account to 10,000. And you will start doing little things. You will start skipping that trip because you did it last year, but just to put that trip money in your investments. Or you already got a nice bag, so you won't get this new one because ain't nobody seen the one you got right now. So you might use that money, and before you know it, y'all both celebrating and high-fiving each other. Girl, I got $10,000 saved up. You know what? This feel good. I ain't never had this much money freed up without it having to be allocated and going out somewhere. So it's small incremental steps daily, made consistently.
And then next thing you know, we don't have to come to work every day.
Right.
Yep.
So it might be worth. Where can people follow you if this is their first time ever seeing you and they want to get more tips from you on YouTube?
Absolutely. You can follow me at chrissane.com. Everything is my name, Chris Sane on Instagram, Chris_Sane, Chris Sane on YouTube, chrissane.com if you guys needed just more in-depth information about the plethora of things that we do or that I do. And so it's my first name and my last name.
I love it. I love everything that you had to say. And hopefully somebody was listening and
as
take
well.
heed, because somebody was here one time and they said, stop going to Starbucks every morning. Save the money. And it's true. Simple things like that. So
It's
we thank
simple
you for
stuff.
joining us.
Man, I thank y'all for having me. Yeah, awesome job.
All right. Well, we appreciate you tuning in to Chicago Now today. And guess what? We'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day. I was wrong. I was wrong.
It's okay. You know, everyone makes a mistake. We're actually still here for about another 30 seconds. We just wanted to come back and tell you guys, thanks so much for watching the show. If you ever have any ideas for guests or suggestions, feel free to send us a message online, find us on social media.
Yes.
Maybe
you have a good story. We'd love to hear it.
We'd love to hear it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Live from Chicago, this is Fox 32 News at Noon.
Now at noon, jury selection begins in the trial of a murdered Chicago police officer.
And President Trump gives Vladimir Putin 50 days to end the war in Ukraine. We've got an update from Washington in about 10 minutes.
A sunny start to the weekend. Things are about to heat up once again. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Sylvia Perez.
Happy Monday to you. I'm Brian Jackson. As we Give you a live look outside. We had a little bit of a haze out there a little early for today. Caitlin, has things cleared up outside yet?
It is a little bit hazy still. Look at this live shot. So here's the thing. We've got the sunshine. Yeah, from this perspective, you can kind of see the haze. But from that shot closer to ground, it does look bright and beautiful. And it is going to be a nice day today. It's 81 degrees outside right now. Northwest breeze at 3 miles